So today's lesson is about the use of FileZilla. I have shared the screen with you. So what you see in front of you is actually FileZilla running on my laptop. And as I said, the reason why I'm using my laptop is because FileZilla is a third-party software which is not actually supported on my machine. And so now when I say that it's a third-party software, I mean it's not one that is part of any sort of licensing agreement with the college, and therefore it's not actually available on my work computer. It is available to every person in the universe, however, through free download because it is a open source software. You can feel quite good about using it. You don't have to worry about breaking any laws or anything like that. It belongs to the world, as you say. It's open source. So FileZilla, what you need to do is you need to Google it, and then you need to find the FileZilla app, and then you need to install it. I don't think I need to show you how to do that. You can do that, right? So you find FileZilla and install it on your computer. What I want to show you to do is how you're going to work with it in this lesson. Now, there is a Word document which explains what I'm going to talk to you about now, but this is just to show you. So what you can see up in the top corner here are the login fields that you need to fill. FileZilla, not Godzilla, FileZilla. Please, it's kind of like Godzilla, I guess, yeah. Godzilla for nerds, right? So please do go ahead and download from D2L. Maybe I need to get D2L open here somewhere. If I reduce the size of this, maybe I can see my, maybe not. I don't even know where it is. Well, I'm looking for my Google, but the problem is, that Zoom is sitting in front of it. To get it up, I'd have to stop the share, and I don't want to, so I'm not going to worry about it. But do look on the today's news, and you'll see there's links there for instructions on what to do in today's lab. So this is lab 5. There is a place to submit it. Basically, you have to create, to start uploading your work onto FileZilla. Now, when I say uploading your work, you'll remember that your first assignment was to make a landing page, which would have some links in it, and those links would be to your work, which would be on the server. So let's see what we mean by that. So you'll need to install FileZilla. Once you've installed FileZilla and you open it up, you will see this kind of a, this is what FileZilla looks like, but this is what FileZilla looks like once you've logged in. And so it won't look like that until you do these things. First, you'll have to put it into the host field. Very important that you put it in just like this, SFTP, // and then the name of the URL of our server, which is the sit.cna-qatar.edu.qa. So you'll notice that this will be familiar with you, right? That looks like the name of our website here at the college, but it's not because it has the prefix of the SITs. So that is actually the URL of the server sitting in Robert's office. Your username will be your student ID, your 600 number, 600 whatever, 9, blah, blah, blah. So you will put your student number there. I put Mark because I log in slightly differently. Your password will be the password that you use when you log into the college, into D2L, into PeopleSoft, what you use as your normal logging in. Then the port, you can use 2222, and then you can connect. And when you connect, you can see that I've had a few successful connections, but you just press the button and it will connect for you. Once you are connected to FileZilla through FileZilla, so FileZilla is actually just the application software, which is running on your computer as a client software, which allows you to have access to the server. So it's a, what do you put into the host? You put into the host this SFTP, all right, / and then SIT dot CNA, not CNA dash Qatar dot edu dot QA. That's the host. And all of this information is actually, so once we finish the video, you can return to the video, or a careful reading of the assignment sheet will give you all of this information as well. So that's the host, and you can see it here. Sorry, the little window there for the host is kind of narrow, so you can't see it all at once. But SFTP / SIT CNA Qatar edu .edu.qa. That is the host. Then your username is your student number. Then your password is the password that you use to log in. And then the port is also important, 2222. Once you have logged in, you'll see two side-by-side sort of windows there. And what they represent is, to the left will be your local drives, etc. So whatever is on your computer, you can navigate to it the way you do, same as you do with Microsoft Explorer. So you should have a place, hopefully you have a place where you put all of your work for this course, right? So you could have a folder there where in which you put all your work for this course. And you can see, hopefully some of these directories here are familiar to you, desktop, etc. You just create for yourself a place where you want to put your work. And then when you've done that, when you actually when you navigate to it, when you navigate to the place that you're going to use as your workplace on your laptop. So I've got this one. Well, I suppose that's not it. That's some other stuff. But wherever that was, I think I might even be using this from. So whatever. I have a lot of stuff, so it might have been from Dropbox, because I keep my work in Dropbox. It's a bit slow working on that. But wherever you are in your, so this is off my desktop. So in my Dropbox, I have a folder for my work, and then I have a folder for each course. So I mean, whatever you click on here up the top is going to show in the folders below, is going to show the inside of it. So if I my Dropbox cache, come on, where's my work? I thought I saw that. Yeah, down the bottom here, work. There we go. So there's work. And so, for example, if I was keeping my work in a folder here, then I could get to it. So as I see here, assignments, this shows me all the files are there. So what you do is you're going to work on your laptop, and you're going to have folders full of data. And it's important that you do this as folders. Look, I've got a lab 2, so that would be useful, I think, probably. Lab 2, what's in lab 2? So yeah, you can see I've got some stuff there in lab 2. Now, if I was going to upload this to the FileZilla folder, I'd want to unzip this first. But how we can upload to the server is, we will see that on the left is our local machine, and on the right is our directory on the FileZilla, sorry, on the SIT server. So the SIT server is set up on in an office here at the college, actually in Robert Ford's office. It's running at the moment. You can see it's up. Every student has their own folder on the server, and it's accessed through your credentials. So that means that other people cannot have edit rights on it. Now you can let other people see stuff on it, but they cannot have edit rights on it. Now there's a very important folder that must be present in your on the SIT server of your folder, and that's public_HTML. If that is not there, you can create it just the same as you would create a folder in any other folder structure. You know, you're going to do your left click, and you're going to, oh, sorry, not left. Let's try right click. No, sorry. Create a directory instead. Yeah. So if I can create a new directory there, and I can call it what I want, you know, so say the lab for today. What's today? The 11th of Feb. So I've created a directory there. Where are you, directory? It's probably below here. No. Didn't I just create it there? Well, try that again. Create a directory. And so that's a, and there it is. So yeah, be careful with your typing and that. Now the thing is, the reason I was showing you that is that this directory that I'm now highlighting, public_HTML, that must be present. That is where you're going to put all of your work. Anything anything that you need to download the client, not the server. Do not download the server. You need the client. So FileZilla client. All of your work needs to be under this public HTML. Now, the reason for that is public HTML, other people like me, and I'm going to mark your work, we have read access to it. We don't have write access to it, but we have read access to it. And you need to be able to share what you're doing on the server with other people. This is how publishing is going to work, right? When we publish a website, you upload it to a server, and then you sort of give the world read access to it. And so that's what's happened here. We have a number of folders that are ours on the server, but not all of them have the outside world has access to, and that's the way we want it, right? We don't want people going and editing our files, and there's some things that we don't want them to see either. So we only let people see the stuff that's in the public HTML. And the stuff that's in the public HTML is what people are going to see. And so you see, I've got some stuff in the public HTML. And that is where you're going to upload stuff. So if I wanted to upload this lab 2 from my computer to the server, I could just pick it up. Oh, goodness gracious. I've just moved it, haven't I? Clumsy use of the oh, my apologies. So that downloaded assignments, I've kind of just moved that somewhere. Let me just take a folder. You guys are going to have better control on this than I am, for sure. Let me just take the styles thing, right? And I'm going to right click on it. I'm not. I'm going to go up, and I'm going to, I've highlighted here, the easiest way probably is just to highlight the destination, and then I'm going to do an upload. So I do have an upload sort of feature up here where I can sort of do that. So that's my transfer mode. So that can upload directly to it. Yeah, so sorry, it's not going so well for me today. Upload, which one of these is upload? Toggles, display, one of those. Refresh the file folder list. You'll find it. My apologies, students. It's been like 6 months since I've done this. Yeah, but you want to get one of these and you want to copy it up there. And as I said, another way of doing it is you can even do it one folder at a time. If I take it and drop it, that will copy it over. That's the easiest way. That's sort of copied that over there now. But other way is from the menus, or you can work through the menus. Actually, it would be transfer, wouldn't it? How about that? So you highlight where you want it to transfer to. Then you highlight the thing that you want to transfer. Then you could do the transfer from the menu, or you could just click and drop. And I just did a click and drop on that. Then when the stuff is on the server, the next sort of phase in that is you can test it. You can let people look at your work. All they need to know is the actual location of it. We use a tilde for that. So let me just, I'm going to stop the share here and I'm going to, well, I thought I was going to stop the share. I guess I have stopped the share, haven't I? What I need to do is I need to get my, I'm kind of discombobulated it today. I need to get my, there, here we go. So if you have your browser, you can access the folder of anybody who's on there by putting a tilde, right? And then the name of the sit.cna cutter edu. Oh, actually, this do it like this. And put the tilde there. And that will give you access to the work that that person is doing on the server. And so, for example, here now I can see, this is the stuff that I just uploaded. If you look at that date, see the date there is today, 9:48. So just a minute ago, I uploaded this stuff. And, it's just some stuff that I uploaded, right? But there's other stuff on the server there that I've uploaded from previous times. And anybody can access this. I can just give people this URL, sit.scna-cutter.edu.qa tilde mark. And the tilde on my keyboard is found up near the numbers to the left of all.
Sir, we can't see the screen.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, of course you can't, because I turned it off, didn't I? All right. So let me just go back to that. I'm sorry, it's a bit of a mess today. My apologies. So supposing you wanted to see somebody's work on the server, you can do that by typing in sit cna cna cutter, that URL. That just takes you to the server itself. But if you want to see their work on the server, then a / followed by the tilde, and then their student number. And in my case, I put Mark. Then that will take you to their directory on the server, and you can see their work. Now, you can see their work, but you won't be able to edit it. And that's good, because you don't want people editing your work, but you do want them to be able to see them. Now, so for example, your browser will be able to render anything that's on that server. So you can share your fully developed websites as a folder on the server. So notice when I click on that, that's a folder that I'm clicking on, and it opens up an index file on the server. So if I have a look at what was that I was looking at, you can see this now. This is looking at it from FileZilla, and I can see that actually what had happened when I clicked on that folder was that I would have opened up the so here's that folder. There's a page there that I would have opened up, which is the index page. We can see it here. It's not actually showing above, but it's showing down here. And that's kind of the magic of the HTML. Sorry, the index.html is when you click on the folder, it automatically opens the index HTML if the index HTML is present. Anyway, so I've kind of talked a lot about that and a bit in circles, so I'm going to kind of stop now, I think. So I want to ask you if recording. Got it. All right, so away we go. Just as a summary of what we were talking about. We got two different things going on here. You can see the browser here. This is how the rest of the world is going to see your website. And if you have a particular website which is completely completed, when they click on the folder, if you've got an index file in there, then that is going to open up that website. And so that is published to the whole world. Anybody anywhere in the world will be able to see that. The read permissions have been set so that anybody can see it. On the other hand, you have this special software called FileZilla, which works as a FTP. That's meaning that it runs the file transfer protocol, and it allows you to upload and download files from any site that you have the permissions to. So I didn't mention that earlier, but I'm telling you now, you can go in either direction. So you could have been working on your website on your laptop computer and done a lot of stuff, then uploaded it to a to any server in the world where you have uh, Talha, I'll mark you present later, where you have access to that server, where you have permissions. As long as you have permissions to the server and you can log into it then using the FileZilla um, uh, login form at the top. So you could buy your own server, your own website, and you could do this. It's just here at the college we've given you this one. So any site that you have access to, you can upload your websites or any other files to that server. Now, you can also download. So the point that I wanted to make there is, supposing you had a website that you built on a computer and then you uploaded it to your server and then your laptop died and you've lost your computer. What can you do? Well, you can go to FileZilla and you could download all the files as long as you have permissions on the server. You could download all those files to a new laptop and start editing them again. So it goes in both directions. Anything that you've got up there on the server. Now, you can't go to my website, to my directory and start downloading stuff because you don't have permissions. I mean, that would be the easy way to do stuff, right? But you can't do that unless I gave you permissions. The permission that has been set as defaults on these folders is the read-only permission. Okay, so I think I've sort of said enough about that now.